What do you get when you mix foster care, face eating, and ghostly identity theft? You get Bring Her Back, a film that proves just because you're blind doesn't mean you can't see through other people's bullshit. It's disturbing, relentless, and has more teeth than the kid chewing through his own gums. Buckle up, because this one bites, literally. Hey, welcome back to another episode of How Disturbing, the show where I try to find a balance between fantastic films and really disturbing films. And today we're looking at one that just dropped, that's right, we're looking at Bring Her Back. The nature of this channel is that we do review disturbing content, and although my descriptions will be brief and fleeting, well, viewer discretion is still advised. This is also your spoiler warning, let's go and bring her back. Okay, let's meet Piper. Piper is effectively blind and only able to see basic shapes and light. She's also not exactly popular. This is her brother, Andy, and he's a good big brother who is rather protective of Piper's feelings.
I'm her brother.
Stepbrother.
One evening at home, Piper realizes that their dad has been taking way too long in the shower, and when Andy breaks in,
Dad? Dad? What's happening?
well, yeah. Boop, dead.
Boop. Dead.
The kids find themselves in Wendy the social worker's office. Here she is, and Wendy assigns them a foster home. The pair end up getting placed with an eccentric woman named Laura.
Look at you.
Say hi.
You. Oh, gorgeous. Come in. Oh, welcome to your new home. Me casa, your casa. I'm Laura, and you're Piper.
Yeah.
And
Andy.
that's right.
Andy goes for a walk around the property when he wanders into this weird-ass kid having some kind of bizarre interaction with a cat.
Oliver. Excuse me.
So here we are, let's meet Ollie. He's another foster child that Laura is caring for. Laura is going to take Andy and Piper to their father's funeral, but weirdly, she locks Ollie inside his room before they go.
Ellie. We're going out for a little bit. You be alright? Good.
Ollie starts smashing on the window like a madman until he eventually busts through. And he's seemingly unbothered by his fucked up hand wound. He goes to the shed and starts rhythmically banging on the door. Back inside, Laura discusses how she coped with the pain of her daughter Kathy, who drowned in the backyard pool.
I used to stay at the cemetery for days. Just so I could feel close to her.
And later on in the evening, well, Laura gets kind of weird. We see her peeing in a cup, carrying the jug of pee into Andy's room, and pouring it on his crutch to make him think he did pee-pee while he was asleep. And out of the last 3 movies I've done, this is the second movie where someone has peed in a cup and poured it on someone. Go and check out The Rule of Jenny Penn, if you're interested. We then see Laura giving Ollie the weirdest bath in history. Well, not the weirdest bath in history, gummo, but it's up there. And out of nowhere and all of a sudden, Ollie seems to have, well, I guess we'll call it an episode. The next day, Andy is having a shower under the tap outside when he notices Ollie banging on an upstairs window. Andy unlocks Ollie's door and invites him down to the kitchen for something to eat. Ollie indicates that he wants to write something down.
You want to write? I think you should, actually. So then I can talk to you. And you can talk to me.
Instead of taking the rock melon from the knife like a normal person, Ollie grabs the entire knife, blade and all.
Just take the fruit, Ollie.
In a moment where Andy's attention is focused elsewhere, Ollie starts violently digging his teeth out with the knife. And obviously this is something that I can never ever show on YouTube, but this is as close as I'm willing to get.
Hey, hey, Ollie, 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 stop! Stop, stop, stop!
Andy rushes him to the car so that he can drive Ollie to the hospital. But as they near the marked perimeter of the property, Ollie starts writhing and screaming.
Look, okay? Come on, just follow me, it's okay. Just come on! Ollie! Ollie, look at me, what's wrong? What's wrong?
Laura arrives home with Piper and everyone proceeds to freak the fuck out.
What's going on? Why is he outside? No, 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 no! Get away! Get away! Why is he outside? Get your sister inside now!
Piper, come inside.
Andy, what the heck?
While she deals with the situation, Andy is inside and discovers that Ollie wrote down the word bird. And hey, haven't you heard? Laura puts on a disturbingly curious home video of some kind of ritual, and all of a sudden, Ollie turns into a normal child.
Who are you? What do you want? Please.
Not for long though, because Laura is going to do some kind of weird circle thing on Ollie's head, and well, he's going to go back to being the freak kid again.
You're alright.
While in the shower, Andy has a vision, although it may not actually be a vision, of his deceased father walking around the bathroom. He runs away but slips, and before you know it, well, he's waking up in the hospital. Back at home, Piper and Laura are having another weird movie night. This time they're watching home video of Laura's deceased daughter, Kathy.
That home, the TV? Yeah, that's her. Can we keep watching? Yeah, sure.
At one point, Laura points out Ollie in the home video. What we can see, and that Piper can't, is that this child has curly red hair and looks nothing like Ollie. After this, Laura takes Piper out to the shed and forces her to touch something that's in a giant freezer.
This way. That's it, straight ahead. Oh, it's cold.
Yeah, it's a freezer, love.
And yep, you guessed it, that's the frozen dead body of her daughter Kathy. Later, we see Kathy watching that same weird video again. And it's here that we learn that this video is actually a gruesome instruction manual for some kind of soul transferring. Ah, rats, the movie's Supernatural, I hate Supernatural. The following morning, Andy sees Ollie outside in the rain and bleeding.
No, no, no. Andy, look at me.
Laura?
Hey!
What's happening?
No!
Laura!
Give me that! No!
Wait, what's going on?
He and Laura end up in an extremely heated argument. You see, Andy knows something's up with Laura and Ollie's behaviour.
What?
Andy, stop!
Andy eventually storms out and drives off. Andy goes to see Wendy the social worker, but as he's waiting, he spots a missing persons poster with none other than Ollie on the front. However, this child's name is Connor Bird. I'm sure I mentioned a bird earlier in this video. After dropping Piper off at the gym, Laura arrives home to some seriously fucked up shit. Ollie has destroyed the house in an effort to stave off his ravenous hunger. And just get ready because I'm going to have to censor a whole bunch of scenes really hard here. Ollie then attacks Laura and bites a chunk of her arm off.
Get off! Get away!
She retreats to her room and Ollie begins to consume the kitchen table. This scene is far more disturbing than it should be. After Ollie is finished eating the kitchen table, he then consumes a small part of himself. Laura eventually manages to get Ollie back under control by drawing some circles in blood on the window. She then learns that Wendy and Andy are on the way to their house, so she puts on some beats and has a massive cleanup. Wendy begins conducting a house inspection with Laura, while Andy runs around the back and investigates the shed.
Laura!
All right.
Hi, love.
Hey. So he brought you, has he?
Yeah, he's been saying stuff. I've got to check it out now.
Yeah, I know.
Inside the shed, Andy discovers a deformed, possessed Ollie consuming the frozen face of Laura's dead daughter, Kathy. Wendy notices something is up when she sees some blood on Laura's face, and Laura goes full psycho.
Listen.
What have you done?
Listen.
What have you done?
Listen! Piper needs to go the same way Kathy did.
Jesus.
We always used to fill the
Let go.
pool with rain.
Let me go,
I
love.
didn't think it would work, but it's working.
Wendy then also witnesses Ollie being all messed up and weird in the shed, and her and Andy make a break for the car. Only they don't make it to the car because this happens. Wendy is killed and Andy is severely injured. Not that it matters because Laura is going to drown him in a mud puddle. Boop, dead.
Boop. Dead.
Piper arrives home and mistakenly thinks she hears Andy in another room. She reaches out and touches who she thinks is Andy, but learns that it's actually just Ollie.
Hey. What are you doing here, love? Come on.
Who is this?
It's just Ollie.
But I had...
Come on, love.
Piper realizes that according to Laura, well, Ollie is meant to have curly red hair, and she just touched his very short, straight hair.
What colour's Ollie's hair?
Red. Thick and curly. Why?
It all clicks and suddenly Piper makes a break for it. She locks herself in the bathroom and tragically discovers Andy's dead body. She can tell it's Andy because, well, he's wearing braces. Laura unlocks the bathroom door and tells Piper her plan.
It's a beautiful angel. It does beautiful things. I've put him inside Ollie. And now he's gonna put Kathy inside you.
And if you think that's bad, well, check this out.
What are you gonna do to me? I'm gonna drown you in the pool now, love.
Laura attempts to drown Piper in the pool, but overcome with grief, it seems as though she can't go through with it. Piper flees and is fortunate enough to be picked up by a passerby. Police inevitably arrive, and the first thing they discover is the somehow still alive Ollie, Connor Bird.
Can you tell us your name? I'm Connor Bird.
Floating in the pool, we see Laura holding the decomposed body of Kathy as she bleeds to death, and that's the end. Bring Her Back dropped in 2025 and somehow walked away with an MA15+ rating in Australia. That's despite the movie being more traumatising than 3 hours on a social security hold line. Now, I'm usually not into supernatural horror. I don't believe in ghosts, demon or anything else that goes bump in the night unless it's my cat knocking over a glass. So you see, it's kind of hard for me to feel scared or disturbed by something that, well, frankly, I don't believe in. But man, I genuinely enjoyed this one. And I've got to say, I've definitely never had to do this much censoring in a breakdown. It was really refreshing to see disability represented with actual substance. Piper wasn't sidelined or pitied, she was central, she was capable and crucial. Every time Bring Her Back served me up a disturbing moment, I thought surely this is the crescendo, surely the film's about to end. And each of these times I was only to realise that the movie wasn't even halfway done with torturing me. It's rare for a film to make me look away from the screen, but this one had me shielding my eyes like a kid watching The Exorcist for the first time. If I were a die-hard fan of this genre, I'm pretty confident that Bring Her Back would probably be my #1 favourite movie. Everything about Bring Her Back is absolutely outstanding, but unfortunately for me, it's just not my particular flavour of nightmare fuel. Alright, there's a spreadsheet behind me, so now it's time to rate and rank Bring Her Back. We've got to find out where it sits between being an incredible film and being a really disturbing film. So, first of all, I'm going to rate Bring Her Back just as a movie on its own, outside of its disturbing elements. And I'm going to rate Bring Her Back a 64.9. It was a really good movie, just wasn't my particular thing, so I think that's pretty fair. Next, I have to try and work out what you guys think of Bring Her Back, so I'm going to go to the most popular movie review sites, and it seems like you guys think that Bring Her Back is worth an 80.8. That's a really, really high rating, I've got to tell you. It might even be the second highest audience rating we've ever done here. So we're going to average out my rating with your rating to get just an overall rating of Bring Her Back as a movie, and when we do that, its combined rating is a 72.9. Cool, but we need to figure out how disturbing it is. Well, on the grand scale of things being disturbing, I would have given this one a higher rating if it wasn't supernatural, so I'm going to give Bring Her Back an 80 on the disturbing scale. So we're going to average together our combined film rating with our disturbing rating, and when we do that, we get an ultimate disturbing rating for Bring Her Back of 76.5. Yeah, that's pretty high for this channel. So we're going to bring in the overall spreadsheet, the grand spreadsheet, and we're just going to zoom in a little bit here, and it looks like with the score of 76.5, Bring Her Back has found itself at place number 3. That is crazy. it looks like we think that it has a slightly better average than Speak No Evil, but it has a slightly worse average than Kilo 2 Bravo. Hey, thanks for watching another episode of How Disturbing. I should have a link to the spreadsheet in the comments now, so check it out down there if you guys also want to peruse all of my ratings and rankings. Also, throw me a like and subscribe. I'm not going to bang on about it, just fucking do it. And if you want something sold or promoted, get in touch, because I'm actually willing to do that for you for free. And having said all that, well, I'm going to glitch out of here. Catches!